Alright then, lads, ladies, and those of us who know better. My name is Jackson MTT Kenny. Welcome back to Bold and Bright. This is gonna have to be a short one because I already made 2 episodes that are meant to be this episode, and both of them corrupted, so whoop-de-doo. So, I'm a little bit burnt out, a little bit tired, very seasonally depressed, and full of righteous fury. So what do? Well, for starters, last night I sat down and made a bunch of decorations for my battle jacket because I was feeling anxious. And secondly, one of the reasons that I made this podcast was that I wanted to talk about things that were important to me, and it's getting kind of difficult to do that because there are so many things that are important and so many things that feel like they're going very, very wrong at the minute. Very, very, very wrong. But I wanted to make a little mini episode to say that my philosophy is that we're in a whole lot of trouble, but we're not doomed. Because how it kind of works out in my head, maybe just because I'm a very visual thinker, is that everyone's got a backpack. A little mental backpack. And you can stuff quite a lot of things in there. But eventually, it gets kind of heavy. And a lot of us can just deal with heavy backpacks. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're a lot stronger and more capable than we think we are. We can do heavy backpacks. The issue is, instead of trying to put something in the backpack, we just try to roll like a caravan full of stuff. It doesn't work. We get tired and burnt out, and we start thinking that everything is completely hopeless. And it's not. I remember a conversation that I had way back in my school days where we were talking about climate change and global warming, and the fellow who was in my group said, "Why should I care? I don't own the planet." And that has always stuck to me as just how much apathy can really frick with your head. I mean, sure, we don't own the planet, but I'm still going out there and picking up litter. In fact, I'm planning to go out with a group of friends and pick up litter. Because I use a walking stick. Picking up litter isn't that much fun one-handed. And I don't want to sound like I'm preaching or that I'm an authority about everything that's going on. I'm a weirdo sitting in a shed that's been turned into a studio. Okay, I've got a microphone, some halfway decent artistic ability, and a whole lot of opinions. I'm actually part of my city's council, which that has barely started up, but frick me if I'm not going to try and make some change with that, even though I have already been told that I'm probably not going to be able to do too much with that. Feck that! If all I get to do is hand out leaflets, I'm going to hand out leaflets. And I will be wearing my battle jacket that says Free Palestine on the back of it while I do so. A lot of us aren't in the position to drop everything and move to a foreign country and try to solve everything that way. A lot of us are just muddling along as best we can. But we can still help. Okay, if you think your estate looks grubby, grab a bin bag and try picking up some litter yourself. Even if you only get through one street, that's still one street that you cleaned up. Okay, so try boycotting, go on strike, donate where you can. And don't forget that artistics have our place in this as well. We can, make podcast episodes. We can make art. I managed to raise 30 quid for Save Our Sparrans by donating artwork to their auction. Which, 30 quid in the grand scheme of the universe isn't that much, but, I'm trying to stop a gold mine being built in a nice little nature area, so 30 quid towards that. That was a good day. I wasn't kidding when I said this one was going to be short. So, in conclusion, listen to a bunch of music that makes you feel good. I've had Newsies on a loop for a couple of days because I really need a semi-simple story about just underdogs getting through something and winning. Because it doesn't really feel like we're winning. So, listen to your music, talk to your community, just don't stop caring. If you need another little boost after this, might I recommend some of Jessica Kelgram Fozard's work, and also the Grimdark Trope Talk, which I've already talked about in my first episode. Don't watch the first episode, it's bad. But Overly Sarcastic Productions Trope Talk about Grimdark has a lovely little message about hope and don't stop caring at the back of it. So, and if you care about a lot of stuff, go find people that have a kind of similar mental backpack to you. I assure you, they're out there, and we can do a whole lot more when there's a group of us than when we're sitting at home in a puddle of hopelessness, because, well, have you ever noticed that kind of systems and governments get kind of antsy when there's a group of people doing something? Yeah. I went to a trans rally last year. That was great. If there's another one, I'll be going to that as well. Get a group of yourselves together if you can, because you can kind of dismiss one person caring, or 2 people caring, a whole bunch of people caring and being quite loud about it. Yeah, we can make some goddamn noise. Alright, wrapping this up now. Outro. I've got an art blog on Tumblr you can follow me at. I'm at Blue Bold and Bright or Jackson MTT Kenny. I've also put up pictures of my battle jacket and the decorations on that if you want to see those. Subscribe to this doodad if you want the notifications for it. And since I think that's everything, well, everyone stay safe out there. My name is Jackson MTT Kenny, and this has been Bold and Bright.